Well, my mom just called me and told me that she hit a deer, so it's kind of totaled the front of her car quite a bit. The bonnet is all dented in, and the windscreen's all smashed, and the front bumper's all done in. But she told me where it is, so I'm gonna go check and see if the deer's of any quality of saving, because it just happened and it's a cool morning. It was 2 degrees when I woke up, Celsius. So I'm gonna go have a look and see if it's worth it for the meat. So the deer did a little bit of damage here. See the hair dented up the bonnet and that. What's that, Mom?
I just think because they're all like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I told you to hold Ava's hand while you're on the road. So here's the deer. Poor thing. But you know, this happens all the time. So anyways, we got everything in for a permit. The weather's cool, so it should be good. It just happened, so I'm gonna get this over to my mom's place and field dress it. And then we gotta go in tomorrow and get the permit. We can field dress it, but then tomorrow we gotta wait for the permit to butcher it, because it's illegal to have a deer at this time of year. But this is how this goes. All right, so we just got her gutted, and you can see lots of broken ribs through here, and it's broken through there. And I don't want to show too much, but yeah, this is the stage where we have to leave it. It's very cool today, pretty chilly, really chilly for this time of year. There's no bugs out, so should be pretty good to go. And then we'll get the certificate, and then we'll be able to skin it and do the butchering tomorrow. But anyways, hopefully it doesn't go to waste. Yeah, so yesterday when I went to go check on my mom, thank God she was okay, and I brought a knife to put the deer down if it was still alive, but it was dead by the time I got there. Poor thing. But I did not bring my gambrel. I've got like a livestock gambrel and saws or anything like that. All I had in the truck was a knife to dispatch the deer if I needed to, and I was going to bring it back to my place and do it. But because my mom did the certificate thing for it, had to come to this property for them to come check on the deer. So all the information and statistics about the deer went to the facility, so they know everything about it. But I just kind of made this gambrel. It's just literally a stick and some pieces from a ratchet strap. It was able to hang up, and yeah, it worked pretty good. Did its trick. Well, we got about just under 30 pounds. There was a lot of scraps for the dogs over here. The top of the carcass we gave to the chickens because it's like a lot of in-between ribs. We got like all the meat off it except for like all that. And it's just too thin to really make any use of for us, so the chickens will pick at that. The bottom half, there was a lot of damage with the arteries in the left leg. So I think like if this was a deer I hunted, and you know that's why you shoot through the heart and the lungs through the chest, right? You're not wasting a lot of meat. You know, you got the legs, the shoulders, all that's pretty good. I think like if that was a hunted deer, although we don't hunt does around here, we would have gotten, I'm thinking high 40s in weight. So there's probably 20 pounds, almost 20 pounds of waste. But, you know, this was an unfortunate incident, and we got 30 pounds of meat.
Put some salt on it.
Yeah. Could probably use a bit more salt on it.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Is it dinner time?
Not yet.
Snack time.
I'm in a deep and dark depression.
Well, she's a chilly morning today. Let's see that. What are we at? No, it's gotten up to 6 degrees Celsius. It was much colder when we woke up this morning, but the sun's come out a bit, so it's not too bad. But we're ready to start rocking and rolling with the tiling. So I'll show you what I got going on out here. Some safety, lungs, eyes, ears. I've got. I thought I bought a new blade for doing some tile, but I couldn't find it, so I found this older one that I had at the bottom of the bucket. Hopefully that'll work good. I'm gonna try some of this newer stuff out. So I'm gonna put this on this grinder here, and apparently it's good for doing holes. Usually what I do is I just use this grinder and I just keep cutting and then kind of cut around, and then I smash it out with the nips, and then I clean it up with the tile nips. But apparently this thing's good. I'll give it a go. We've got some like really hard porcelain tiles that we're using for the floors, so we'll see how that works. I also got this as well, and this is good for also like grinding around holes, but it doesn't have the pointy tip like this. She's windy. Holy moly. Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna try this out, and I'll show you what else I got going on. Okay, so this is the center of the room here. Generally what you do when you lay out tile on a floor, you get your center line. This is the center line here. And then you do one of two things. One, either go center, so I've got the center marked out there, right? And then you have that, and then you work out from both ways. So it's perfectly symmetrical on both sides. Keep going. Like that. And then this would end up here like that. You see the part of the wall over here?
Yep.
And then you're going to end up with a tiny cut on both sides that way. Or you could do right where they meet up, center. Like that. And then you have a much better cut on both sides. But then these floor tiles are going up this wall here. You're going to end up with kind of nice cut over there, and then a tiny little sliver of a cut over here. So that would look really crappy. So what I decided to do, I'm going to start a full tile from this side, work it over, and that will give me, doing it this way, so there'll be a tile kind of level here. This one will notch in over here, but this gives a really nice look going up, and over here you end up with two tiles inside going on the wall with the toilet that actually work out to be the exact same size. So that's perfectly symmetrical. That's perfectly symmetrical. You have a better cut over here, a full one over there, but the vanities over here, the toilet's over here, and there's going to be a little cupboard against the wall here. So when you're looking, it's not going to look bad at all.
It's blowing a gale.
Who's Gail?
So I just checked on Amazon, and it says that this one is just kind of for like beveling or smoothing around pre-existing holes in tiles and stuff like that. So I thought it would kind of cut through and then you kind of like use it like that. I'm not too sure. Maybe it could work like that for like a ceramic tile since they're so soft. But I guess I'm just going to cut the hole out with the grinder and the nippers, and then I'll try to use this one and just see if I can smooth it just for a little bit of practice, I guess. Well, doesn't work that great. I think I'll probably just keep doing it the way that I usually do it, to be honest. I think this stuff's better off with ceramic. I just need room for the plumbing lines to come up to the floor mount faucet for the bathtub. It doesn't need to be super pretty because it's got a plate on it that goes like that big, but I just need plenty of space there.
Oops. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so I can glue these down now.
So when I marked this out, I didn't really realize it's got this little round kind of thing at the base there. So when I was putting it in, it wasn't sitting flat on the tile like that. So anyways, I had to cut it out a little bit more, and now it's sitting nice and flush. I'm gonna have to get a little bit to drill through these tiles. So before I grout in, I'll have to get that. Just because when you're drilling, it can crack the tiles, and I'd rather do it before it's grouted in. So, but anyways, that's good. Okay, so that was kind of the hard part. We had our bathtub drain, drain for the, or not drain, plumbing in for the floor mount faucets and the toilet flange hole. We had to get around, you know, this nib wall here, and we have a different depths. So this was always going to be the fickle bit, and now it's kind of easy going. All I have to do is do a hole over there. But I think now at this point, I'm just going to set a GoPro up over here and time lapse the rest. It's nothing different, just some cuts at the back here, and then everything else is full. Little bits of cuts over here and that, which is the same kind of cut that I did over there for that and that. So I think time lapse is the way to go now.
Well, we got the floor down yesterday. Now it's time to see if we can get the toilet flange in there. Beautiful. And look at that, nice and flat, sitting dead on the tile. So, let's see if this fits over here. This has to come up, the plumbing. That's gonna be on the inside of the bathtub. And then it'll screw into the plumbing when it's coming up there. So there's plenty of space in there. That's looking good. So I just got these two 1/4" tile drill bits. So I gotta line this up. Oh gosh, it's in there tight. So this is where the toilet bolts just like go in and then they slide. So these need to be, I need to measure to make sure that these two are equal distance from the wall. And then that means this is in the right place. And then I gotta use one of these bits, start drilling the hole through. So I gotta drill through the tile and then I can screw into the subfloor underneath. And then over here, well, I'll go get that and I'll be right back. So that's the mount for the freestanding faucet. Stands on the floor. So I've also got to drill a hole in all three of those, and then I drill through the floor, and I'll have to put a bolt in, and then put a nut up on the other side, tighten it up. But before I grout this in, I want to make sure that I drill these holes first, make sure it's all good, because it's a pain in the ass taking a tile out if you've cracked it when you're trying to drill through, either here or here. So I'm going to do that first, and then once that's done, then I'll get this floor grouted in. 14 in there, 14 in there. Just the littlest bit. Just try that. 14's at the end. There we are. That's good like that. Make sure I have this on drill. Alright, so one of these drill bits was able to do, so I did it in a triangle pattern. I mean, it's like flat on here. It's pretty good. I'm going to research and see if it 100% needs 6, because these are like $10 bits. So anyways, if it needs it, I'll buy another one later on and I'll do those other 3 holes, but I'm going to use the other bit to get those 3 there.
One eternity later.
I didn't need another one, Dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Huh? Well, it just wears through them so fast. See how it's supposed to have that carbine blade in the middle?
Mm.
It's just gone.
Yeah, it's not
And this
there.
is the new one, and that one's half an hour. Let's see if I can get it going more first.
How far down?
So just went out and got a different kind. I'm gonna try this out. This is more of this one you're supposed to keep wet. These ones you didn't have to keep wet, but I kept dipping it to cool it. See if we can zoom on it. Anyways, These ones are absolutely toast. The things just disappeared out the middle. They're hollow now, so hopefully I've only got this one, and it would be nice to be able to drill maybe another hole or two into the toilet flange. That was quite nice. Okay, so with that all drilled in, the holes are all done there. It's time to get all the little spacers out, get this all vacuumed up so that I can do the grouting. And we're doing a oyster gray, which should go nice with the tile. So just gonna get that all cleaned up and do that right now. Okay, so that is grout in and first sponge. Looks pretty good, but I assure you in about an hour, this whole floor will just be coated in like a white chalkiness. So once this dries and has that chalkiness, I'll come in and do the second coat. Well guys, we got her done. Still needs another clean. I'm gonna give it another clean up just because there's still a bit of dust and walking through, but I think it looks damn good. So that's gonna do it for this episode. Next one, I'm gonna start doing all the tiles up to here, around the shower thing, and then 4 feet all the way across the whole bathroom. It's gonna be a lot of tiling, but and there's gonna be some like I'm gonna try to tile in around the window, so it's gonna have a lot of beveling and some beveling around over here as well, and then different tiles meeting up. So it's gonna be actually pretty challenging, but we're excited to get on to it. And also I gotta do the trim around the top, so I'm gonna pull that paint off, or paint tape off. Anyways, take care guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Anyways, catch you in the next one. See ya.